You good, Ish?
Hey now. I don't see it.
You don't see it, Ish?
No,
It's
there
live.
we are. There we are. Maybe I have a little delay on my end, but welcome to another amazing episode. Uncensored Minds Reloaded. We are now 172. How's everybody doing? Make sure to like and share the video if you haven't done so already. We have merchandise, merch. If you don't got it, get it. We got memberships. What else? You are tuned into the world's greatest conversation, and I promise you, we have some dope topics to discuss tonight. We are going to start with the entertainment quick spin, followed by the main event, the deep dive, all the amazing topics that we discuss each and every week. So I hope you are tuned in. Grab your water, grab your wine. I'm ready. Let's see who's all in the chat. Make sure to say something so that we can see who all is here. Fellas, where you at? Where's ya? We can't hear you, Mr. Prophet.
I don't know what the boys doing, but I'm here. I just got off the road, people. So let me get my bearings a little bit. How's everybody doing? Like Ish said, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. Um, we don't know what Nell doing right now, but the background look kind, that was happening. The background look
Yeah.
like what's happening.
The background is making us look like, we in poverty. You know what I mean? We can't hear you.
No, we can't hear Nell.
We can't hear now. But what's up, everybody? While Nell gets himself together and get back to us, Mr. T, how you feeling? How you feeling? Is that tea you're drinking on, sipping on?
Yeah, I'm sipping on tea. I'm still not 100% yet, but I'm almost.
Oh, okay. There we have him back. With the luscious island winds. You know, there we go.
I had to
Nice
come
to see
outside a
you
little bit. That's it. What's up?
Yeah, come
here.
outside a little
What's
bit.
up, good fella?
What's cracking, man? What's the word, people? Say something in the chat so we can see who's all rocking. What's up, Rhonda? What's up, Janine? What's up, Diana? What's up, Stephanie? What's up, Tara? What's up?
No, you didn't put me in your suitcase, my
I
nigga.
tried to. I tried to.
Yeah, you were supposed to
I
take it.
tried to.
Yeah, you were supposed to I'm like stressed to the max. I like what happened?
I tried to get you in, but they was wild and they said, you know what I mean? So we're gonna do it next time though. You
All
did.
right, next time.
Shout
All right.
out to people working on 172. You did. We got a great episode for you. As you can see, no matter where we at in the world, we always want to make sure we're here with y'all to bring y'all some of the most uncensored minds and content. What's up, T? What's up, Ish?
Man, I don't even know
Hey,
right now.
you already know I'm on autopilot. I'm mechanical right now. I mean, what I say, I'm about to adopt Ish Gotti because I'm pop, 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 pop.
Don't blast off. You gotta let that. You gotta leave
All right,
Gotti for me.
all right, Ish. Why you saying that? I just want to ask both of y'all. We'll use this as an icebreaker. How do you find refrainment from the dumb shit? Like just in general, not just relationships, just like your daily goes about when people just do all kinds of stupidity and idiotic shit. Like, how do you find refrainment?
All right. So for me, I'm going to be honest. Like it depends on who the individual is, right? Because depending on who that person is, like I might take a step back, I might take a couple breaths, like you know what I mean? I might think twice before popping off. But if a person is like nothing to me or has shown me nothing, I don't give a flying. I can't refrain. Let me just state that. I can't refrain. Then the nasty ish comes out of me, and a lot of people don't see that often. But she is in there. I be just trying to like keep her contained. But I think for me, it just depends on the person, and then I can balance out how I'm going to react.
All right, no.
It was a point. not too far ago, where I would have, at the drop of a dime, would have just let it take me to a whole place of not being in self control. But as I go through this journey of just making sure that I try to give myself the best version of myself at every at that moment, I choose now just to fall back, just be like, it
Okay.
ain't even worth it, because I see myself more stressed after the altercation than I did at the beginning of the altercation. I mean, some people do not have a conscience, and it doesn't bother them. But after going back and forth with someone, I got kind of a conscience, and it kind of bothers me, because typically the people I typically will go back and forth with is people I care about, right? And that sounds strange, because I don't allow myself to go back and forth with people that I don't care about. But those that I care about, I kind of had that energy. But I had to realize you can't always allow yourself to be taken out of the character that you want. And I can't even put it on nobody else and say somebody else made me do it. I'm in full self control of myself, so I also have to take responsibility and say I was wild. So now I just more or less just fall back and be like, you know what? It is what it is.
Yeah, it's a daily battle for me, because sometimes I go back and forth. Like sometimes I be like, man, this shit ain't even worth my time. And sometimes I just be like, man, fuck you and
I
fuck
got
this and fuck that and fuck whatever. Man.
right,
It's up.
right, right. I think it's hard too, especially in the emotion of it all. Like, and it too depends on what's being brought to you, what bullshit is being brought to you too. Like, you know what I mean? Because at times you could be like, all right, well, that ain't really about nothing. Like, you know what I mean? That's something small, that's something lightweight. I'm not even going to address it. I'm not going to acknowledge it or whatever the case may be. But let it be some other shit, then you know what I mean? You might have to take it there. Um,
Mm,
so I know it's definitely a slippery slope and it's difficult to, decipher at times, but I don't know.
facts. All right, so let's give the people a couple of updates that's going on in the entertainment world. Um, no, what's going on with Ray J? He got a bag. We can't hear you now. Turn your mute on.
I said Ray J, Ray J, Ray J. A lot of us playing Ray J's face, but we can't play Ray J's face no more. Ray J sold his Raycon company, portions of his Raycon company, for $75 million. And he is, on the road to expanding his company and getting even deeper into the tech world with his own network. So shout outs to Ray J. Much success to that young brother. He ain't just Brandy's brother no more, man. He's different
Facts.
from me. He's Ray J, the entrepreneur, Ray J, the husband, Ray J, the father, and Ray J, the businessman. So I want to shout out to that young
Nell's freezing up. Want to say shout out to Ray J, my Capricorn brother.
Mhm.
always holding it down, and yeah, he's definitely getting to his own bag.
Fair.
And yeah, like Nell said, he's no longer just Brandy's little brother.
Not
He's
at all.
made his own claim and his own stake to fame and fortune, and that's a good move for us
Mhm.
as a people,
Mhm.
especially in the tech community where we're not really prevalent. But you know,
Yeah.
that's a good look.
Definitely a good look. And he's so young. I mean, he's still got a whole lot of life ahead of him. I think he's what, like 42, 43. So, that's definitely positioning him into you know what I mean, a good space for the rest of his life, his children, etc. Now, I do have a question for you, gents, being as though that
Right.
princess just recently filed for divorce again. I think this
Oh,
might be the third or fourth
please.
time. What does this mean for the whole Princess and Ray J marriage or divorce or what have you? Like, do you see her
Ish, we
now
didn't believe this
not
before the deal. We didn't believe this
right,
before the deal. So we definitely don't believe it after the deal.
right.
As they normally always do. Sometimes I guess they're one of those couples that just sometimes we may need a break from each other. Sometimes we just need some time apart. And then we'll come back together and try to figure it out. They
Yeah.
on a break.
They on a break, but always screaming divorce. Then don't
They
scream
on a break.
divorce.
They on a
Just
break.
take a break. Just take a
They on a
break
break.
there.
I think that's the thing that people do that we all have to stop at some point. Every time you have an argument with your partner or whoever they may be to you, be like, it's over. I don't ever want to speak to you no more. Fuck you. And all of that. Just take a minute. Walk away. Walk away. Gather your thoughts, man. That's all. You don't need to do all that.
Yeah.
All right, but and other the last update is we finally getting rid of Tyreek's ass. So Power Book 2, they said that this is going to be the last season. It's going to be 2 parts. So we're probably going to get 6 episodes and then another 6 episodes um separated. But this is the last of Tyreek. And they said that he found out just like we found out through social media. What are your thoughts?
It was a great series, actually. I actually like that actual Power Book 2 better than I like Power.
I
Uh,
can't.
I got into the Power Book better than I got into Power. So, it was a good series. I hate to see it go, but this is, I guess, 50 Cent angling to move, his collective to a whole nother network, and you got to start with right now one of the most popular ones in his arsenal outside of BMF. So I hate to see it go.
Well, they are doing the prequel, which is Ghost and Tommy as young bulls. So is that going to be on Stars?
I
No,
don't
who knows?
yeah.
They didn't announce it on Stars, and when he definitely announced it, it did have a Stars logo on the back of it. So, what I mean? It's, how 50 is as a businessman. He's real crafty, and he about his business. And he has had some issues with Stars lately. So maybe this is the end of his run on Stars.
All right, Ish, are you going to miss Tyreek and the crew? And Mary J. Blige, especially.
I definitely am going to miss
And Method
that.
Man. I know the ladies like to see Method Man in his little sex voice.
Yes, yes. It was definitely a little sexy up in there with Lorenz Tate and Method Man. I'm definitely gonna hate to see them go, but I am definitely excited to see what the new installment is going to bring. I kind of want to see Ghosts back,
Right.
Omari Hardwick. Like that was what the interest was. I think for a lot of people, like they wanted to see him not be dead and to be back. Um, and so therefore it's gonna be, I don't know if I'm gonna be, I'm excited to see it, but I don't know how I'm gonna really like it with them as young boys. Like we'll see.
The last thing I do want to say on Power Book 2 being canceled, like Nell said, I'm not mad at it. It like Tyreek was a dumbass, but I wasn't mad at the overall show.
Mhm.
So, but it's never better than the original Power. You wildin' dog.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hope that we see like flashbacks if they do the prequel when Tommy and Ghost was little. I hope that they do it like flashbacks and like future shit. So we still see the young Ghost and then we'll see the regular Ghost. I hope that they do it in that manner. So we
Mhm.
still,
Mhm.
get a little bit of that. That'd be a
What they
good one.
do need to get rid of is Tommy. I hate that one. Get rid of
Facts.
that one.
Fuck out of
You
here,
hate
Tommy.
that one?
Yeah, that
Trash,
shit's trash,
trash,
Ish. That
trash.
shit's trash, Ish.
Oh, I kind of like it, but I like Tommy.
Right.
So,
All right, let's get into the mess, people.
mhm.
We got a little bit more time before our deep dive show at 9:15. Make sure y'all are tuned in and hit the link. We'll meet y'all in the chat on that. But in other entertainment news, besides everybody being pregnant, because everybody's pregnant, Tammy and Waka, their new I'm gonna say Waka's new girl. She wanted a little bit of smoke. She wants smoke. So she jumped on the gram and said, "You washed up, Tammy. This is my spot now." And Tammy was saying, "I got up out of that seat to let you have it. If I didn't get up, you wouldn't have it." And X, Y, and Z. What are y'all thoughts on letting go? And should your new piece even be speaking to or about your old piece?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of new relationships or new things like speaking on old situations or just relationships because there's a history there that you might not know everything. You know what I mean? You might only know what it is
He
that
was
he
telling.
told you or what it is that in this case, you've seen in the media or on social media, etc. So, it's kind of difficult for you to take a stance on in a position to speak on that relationship or that other individual if you don't truly know the full history of it. So, I understand that the new piece might feel like, well, hey, I'm his breath of fresh air. I'm this and that. You know what I mean? And I understand that position, but I also feel like, hey, you shouldn't necessarily speak on another person that you don't truly know the history of.
Right. Um, do you ever feel like it's somebody taking your place or you gave them the space? No.
Oh no, man, I don't get into the you know. I mean, it is what it is. It's subjective. You got your feelings, and I guess Tammy's still on her feelings. She's still on her bag. She must, what I mean, still have feelings for Walker. It's hard to see. I guess it's hard to see somebody you've been with for so long pop out with a new situation.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because not everybody that falls out of a relationship falls out of love.
Right.
Let that be said. Just because you fall out of a relationship doesn't necessarily mean you have to fall out of love. So you could actually see there where she still has feelings for him, still has love for him, which would inspire her to even respond back to the new little shorty.
Thanks.
Do y'all think it matters who pops out with the showing of a new situation first?
No, I don't. I don't think it matters. You're saying, do you think like who should pop out first? Like who what would be more respectful?
No, yeah, I'm saying like she's in a new relationship. He's in a new relationship. Like she might post her new boo, but you won't never see his face. But he posted the full picture, like hugging up on her, like, yeah, this is what it is now.
I mean, how many years has it been?
What, since they broke up?
Yeah,
It
it's been
ain't
a
been that
minute,
long.
right? Oh,
No,
it's
it ain't been
not.
that
It
long.
hasn't been that long.
Yeah, like
I thought it was a
Janine
couple
said,
years.
they're still married. They're just separated. So yeah, I don't think it's been that long. I only think it's been maybe like 2 years, if that.
Hmm. Well, I think in the sense that the fact that they are still married
Right.
says a lot. Like,
So
yeah,
do
why
you
could you
think that
bugging a
people
little
should
bit?
date before um they get officially divorced?
Yeah, I can see that. I can
Mhm.
see that, but like you don't have to be in the public eye with it.
Right.
Like, you can do things and you can move a certain way and have other situations possibly to see if this is something you want to do, if this is just a need of a break or whatever. People go through things. I get that. But to be publicly open with it, that's a little different. That's a little different.
All right. No, any last words on Tammy and Walker? I'm a fan of both of them. Um, I was sad to see them split up because I did like them as a couple. But sometimes people grow apart and move on. I don't like this in the on the internet nonsense that they're doing. But you know, it's like that gray area when you first stop talking to somebody
Mhm.
and it's a little bit of smoke there. I think that's what this is.
I just hope love wins. That's all I'm gonna say. Whatever love looks like for those two, I hope both of them the most much success. And if love means if they get back and they figure it out between amongst each other, and that wins for them, that's what I want to see. Or going your separate ways and finding somebody else. I hope whatever it is that love looks like for them wins.
Mhm.
All right, we got two pieces of messiness that we can address. Do y'all want to go what happened with Swaggy P or Just Hilarious and Mona?
Man, I don't even know who is Swaggy P.
Wait, I was waiting for Nell to say it because I'm like, wait, I'm not gonna be the only one who don't know who
The
Swaggy P
whole
is.
shit with Drea and Nick Young and
I,
Gilbert Arenas.
yeah,
Oh.
but Swaggy been wilding here lately though.
Swaggy always wilding because he's still young. He's the mirror of his last name. He's still ex immature. That's all that is.
He's wilding out. And Swaggy P is actually Nick Young, formerly of the Los Angeles Lakers, formerly a basketball player out here. He actually detailed the story, if you haven't been on the socials, of Gilbert Arenas and
No, it's freezing up, Ish.
a little corny. It's old news. Why bring up old news to try to, make light of the situation that she's with the young man that she's currently dating? That's corny work. I think that's sassy. And we talked about on past shows what sassy shit is, and that's some sassy work on by his part. Um, but yeah, Swaggy P been trending her lately for a number of various different reasons. But yeah, I think he was wilding on that front.
All right, Ish, do you think that that's corny for them to be bringing up a past situation in light of the pregnancy news?
Yeah, way corny. Like, it's one thing to have an opinion about some shit. Like, it's one thing to even speak on what is current.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, if you have an opinion about, how she dealing, how she moving, what her intentions are, or whatever the case may be, cool, right? But then when you start going back into like her past and what she's done, the only person who needs to worry about that is the current situation. And if he's not worried about it, then nobody else should be. Like, that's how I'm looking at it. So I think it is kind of corny for real.
All right, so is it corny because they did it on the internet, or is it corny because they were just having a conversation, reminiscing?
Yeah, again, that's pillow talk. That's God pillow talk. It's different when we do things behind the scenes, having a conversation with your home. But the minute you bring it to the socials and you bring it to the world to know something that was years and years ago is wet.
Thanks. All right, y'all let us know in the chat if y'all know about the situation, if y'all think that they are wrong for talking about that on the internet, and is there anything wrong with sharing past stories about, your run-ins. Your run-ins. I forgot the last word that I used for that.
I mean, if y'all gonna bust it up and chop it up just like on a regular about some shit and it just so happened to be on social media, wherever, but it's just like intentional now, it seems like, because she's pregnant and because she's in the, in the forefront of things. Like, now you want to start talking about, you
All right,
wasn't
so
talking about it.
all right, so let's take this off of the PC nature of it. All right, so now say you got a shorty pregnant right now, right? And I know of a situation where the homies ran through that. It was like 4 of them. Do you want me to tell you, or you just don't even want to hear it? We can't hear you now. Take your mute off.
I don't want to hear it at the end of the day. It is what it is. Like at this point, what is it going to do for me? I already got pregnant. I already did what I did with her. So at this point, what is your story supposed to motivate me to move on? Now, another statistic. Now we got a fatherless child out here. Now we got another black single mother raising another young black child out here in this world. So no, I mean it does no good for no one. Plus, they were unbothered before the news. Let them stay unbothered after the news.
I think I don't know. I'm kind of torn here because in one instance I do agree with you. Don't tell me shit about my shorty. like I don't care what she did in her past, X, Y, and Z. But also he may be a little young and naive and not know, how she gets down. And this could be a warning to be careful moving forward.
Well, but he already done made the biggest oopsie. Then he got her pregnant. Like,
Right.
so at the end
That's
of the day, he already did something that we would hopefully would warn him prior to him getting not shooting the club up.
Right.
After the fact, it almost feels like at this point jealousy on their part. Like they didn't get the job done, and he got the job done. He in the NBA now. He doing his 1-2 over there. He about to get a super major bag, and he got a little pretty lady on his arms to boot. So it is what it is.
All right.
Facts. And real quick, T,
But
the better way to have done that, if you was trying to school him to some shit, was to pull him to the side when it was made known that he was
right.
dealing with her. Like, yo, listen, not to say nothing about your chick, you may or may not know, but here is the situation, and here it is.
All
Like, it
right, but
seems disingenuous any other
right.
way.
I will say that that's a thing that men do immaturely. Like immaturely men do like laugh at you behind your back when you wifing up something that they think was, smutted out. Immaturely men will laugh behind your back, and then when you get her pregnant, laugh at you some more. So that is a thing that men do. I'm not saying that it's right. Like I said, that's the immature thing, but that does happen. Yeah, that does happen, especially when I'm not your close friend.
Mhm, mhm.
So that does happen, man. But as we wrap this up, Ish, I just want to ask you if you're Drea with all the outlash and the slander. I seen somebody call her a pedophile, like they called her a predator. It's all kinds of shit going on. They said the baby or her son is the youngest stepfather or some shit. There's a whole lot going on. Like if you're Drea, how do you feel that you just announce your pregnancy and then you're just receiving all this backlash?
Well, I think for her, she has been in the line of fire before. So I think that maybe not to this caliber has she been, but I think, she's, toughened her skin to the bullshit and being able to deal with what comes her way as in regards to opinions and, people talking shit on social media. She's not new to the industry. So I feel like she can, she's maneuvering it well. And even if it affects her, I don't think it's going to affect her to the point where she's super stressed out about it. Like, you know.
My only issue with Drea in that matter is why the need to even announce it on social media.
Well, because I mean, she probably wanted to take the she probably wanted to take it into her own hands because obviously if TMZ's following her or paparazzi or somebody sees her, they're going to drop it and drop the photos or whatever. So she
Right, but
figured, hey,
she could have did the Haley Bailey thing and just laid low and dropped her baby when she dropped her baby and kept it cute. Like
true.
a lot of times, somebody might be reaching for attention and then they get the wrong attention and then now they crying.
Right, right. I see what you're saying there, but maybe she just didn't care. Maybe she's not crying. Maybe she just don't give a fuck.
Mm.
So I guess,
Any last words now? No.
Dre about to have that baby.
One love to win.
Shout out to Dre though, and shout out to Jalen Green because he's balling. He been balling. he,
Working.
he been balling.
He's working for him right now.
Thanks. Shout out to Jalen Green. He been balling. He been cooking up. All right, Ish. I think Just a Mess is your friend. So I would end it off to you.
Jess is now beefing with Philadelphia native Mona. If people who don't know, Mona is
Don't call me white
internet
girl.
don't call me white girl. She is she's a comedian. She does take that title as well. She's a social media influencer. She has a lot of people truly recognized her when she was on $1 million worth of game and she was very intertwined with Gilly and Wallow. And Mona has a huge following in Philadelphia and around the globe. But her and Jess are now beefing, y'all. Jess is always saying and very vocal. She's always opening her mouth and saying some things. And she said and says a lot of transphobic mentions. And she also takes jabs here and there. And Jess, I'm sorry, Mona just was not having it. So she ran Jess in the mud. Did you guys see that?
My only questions about this is Y'all beefing about some remarks that I made about something that has nothing to do with you.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Don't Call Me White Girl's side, why are you mad because Jess said don't call her to get in contact with me? She's not my friend. Like, why are you mad about that?
Right, right. I think just for both sides of the fence, obviously it's a little deeper. There's probably been some snide shit being said back and forth. Obviously, Mona, she took offense to certain things that Jess said, and probably even more so when Jess said, "Don't call her, like that's not a friend of mine." So to her, that probably was shots fired. So now the gloves is off, and now we about to really have it. I'm gonna be in Baltimore, and I'm gonna be announcing it, and we can scrap if you want to scrap.
Once again, these social media shenanigans. If that's the case, then I'ma just see you when I see you. It's no need for me to get on the internet, get on my social media, and be like and respond or say something and do all of that.
Hmm. But I think too, sometimes people have to, plant their feet in the sand.
Hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? They have to get planted, and they have to let it be known, like, okay, I seen you took the shots. I've heard what you said, and now let's have it. You know what I mean? To not respond sometimes, then you get the other backlash, like, oh, she a bitch and she this. And we all know Mona, or maybe we don't, but she not backing down and stepping down for nothing or no one.
Facts. Any last words now? What's your thoughts?
Just want love to win.
This guy, this guy, he go on vacation and love wins over everything. I cannot.
I love it.
I cannot.
It's stupid.
I
It's
love it.
stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's like we get so we get so caught up with things that don't even have a concern of ours. Like
Mm.
her and T.S. Madison, Justin T.S. Madison's beef is they beef.
Right,
You
Hmm.
thrusted yourself in it for no reason.
right,
Hmm.
All Just said was to the young lady, don't, or to T.S., don't have people that's not my friend reach out and call me on something that ain't their business.
right.
Like, let them stay out of it. So,
Hmm.
how you as an adult take offense to that? Like,
Thanks.
tripping, crazy.
Right.
All right, so we
Oh,
got
let
we
love
got
win.
we got 15 minutes before
I got questions.
who got questions?
I got a question.
Go ahead.
So,
Cause I was about to say I got some shit. Go ahead, though.
we've been real
Oh
active.
shit.
We've been real active on the Facebook Uncensored Minds. If you haven't already, make sure y'all go like the page, follow that as well. The same way you follow us, like us, and share us here on YouTube. But a post that I guess this shit started. I'm gonna say this shit started. Posted.
That nigga. That
Always starting some shit. Wait, I think I'm
Posted
wrong.
a, a post about women, some women liking ugly guys, and some of y'all in the comments said, "Yeah, that's a thing." I mean, I'm one of
I've
those
been
people.
telling y'all.
So my question is that more of an insecure part on yourself that you will lessen your standards to date somebody ugly because you feel more comfortable with that? Like, I want to know why.
Um, I'm not gonna say it's a full on insecure thing, but that's a part of it. But the main thing in it is the competition of it. So they don't want to compete with other women for this ugly guy, and they don't want to compete with themselves. Like they want to be the prize. They don't want to feel like he's cuter than me, he's in the mirror more than me. They don't want none of these things. So all that shit together is why they would choose the ugly guy. Ish.
Ish.
Well, y'all know what I said in the Chizat. Ugly niggas cheat too. It don't even matter how you try to line it up, size it up, fit it in the box, what have you. If a man is going to step out on you, he's going to step out on you. Like trying to minimize, you know what I mean? What a man is going to do by his looks, by his financial stature, by his religion, whatever the case may be. If he's going to cheat, he's going to cheat. So the idea that, hey, I'm just going to date ugly men because it's going to make me the prize is ridiculous. I can't see it.
Definitely ridiculous, but also a fact.
A fact. I mean, I definitely would agree. I know people who do it.
Mm.
Like I've come across individuals who that is their tactic. Um and it may work for a while. I'm not saying that it is not the key to what it is that a woman may need to line herself up. You know what I mean? But to intentionally go after that and for the idea that it's going to work is craziness.
Um, Each, what do I always say about women? They are crazy.
So you say, so you say.
They are crazy.
Ladies, do we
What is your
agree?
thoughts, Nell? So does love win right here? Is love still winning? Will you take your mute off, Nell?
Let's read this comment. Angelia says, "But women actually be going after ugly guys. Women want whatever another woman not got, not matter what they look like. So women want what every other
Right.
woman got."
Thanks. That's what I'm saying. And then you go after an ugly guy, right? And then you yourself are, you know, good looking or whatever. Other women are going to see that. They're going to want to see, well, what is it that he has? What is it that he brings? What is it that he affords her who's good looking to make her want to go after him? I want to see what that be about. So the temptation is going to be there for him. If he's going to cheat, he's going to cheat. Ugly, fine, whatever.
Um, Once again, I'm still torn because I understand it because he ain't gonna have the same options as the other niggas. So he might, he has the probability to cheat as well, but his options are not going to be in the amounts of the other guy, and that's just the facts of it.
So in other entertainment news that just recently popped off, Cardi B sat down with $1 million worth of game.
Right.
And Cardi B is a big influence. Her bag is big. She's married, with kids. And she said, "I think women should go 50-50 with their mate. Why not? Why not stake some claim and take some responsibility in the places that you dwell, in the places that love is supposed to be twice over." What are y'all feelings about that? I know we talked about this before, but now that Cardi B, someone that has money, is married with money, what do y'all feel about the 50-50 situation?
The funniest shit about it is that majority of the time, the women who don't agree with 50-50 can't go 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Ish, you're the woman here. What's up?
This one is difficult for me because ugh, I I don't want anybody. I don't know. I don't want anybody doing anything for me. I am weird. Like I
Why is that weird?
I don't know. I don't know because it seems like it's weird because everybody, want to make sure that they got a man that could do this and they could do that. And I think that is amazing. Like for a man to be able to come and to be able to lighten your load or to be able to make you feel secure enough that you can, let your guard down or be confident in that. I am just one of those women like I am never not going to be able to 100% care for myself or take care of myself or do it even with a man. Like I am weird. I am sorry. But kudos to the 50-50. And I not that I'm not in that situation or haven't been, but better believe the other 50%. Mama got it. Mama
I,
always
yeah,
gonna
I
have
don't think it's
it.
weird. I think everybody's specific situation is different, and
Yeah.
I think that plays out different to each person. So this person, the guy might be paying for everything. This person, the girl might be paying for everything.
Mhm.
Those people, maybe 50-50. I think every specific couple has to see what works for them
Right,
to,
absolutely.
be the betterment of,
Yeah.
the group.
I was talking to one of our good friends, T. Reese, and
What's
I
up?
asked him a question. I talked to him, and he was saying, he's not opposed to, handling all of the financial responsibilities if he's making the majority of the money.
Right.
But he was also, he also said, hey, if I'm paying all the bills, then maybe she can take off the responsibility of planning trips and paying for those, or paying for groceries, or doing a little bit of things around the house to make sure that you know the living situation is cool. So if I'm holding the bills down, that which is keeping our living situation up, then she could be holding down the other responsibilities as well. May not be financially, but it still could be domesticated enough to where we both are benefiting each other. What's your thoughts on that?
Before I even get into that, because I don't mind that, and that's a good thing, but that doesn't even out. That's not fair because you pay the bills, everybody, and she's buying groceries or planning a trip. That's not all the time. Like that don't equal out to bills. So I mean, if you doing other things, like if you're raising the kids, taking the kids to the school or the doctors, X, Y, Z. If you're doing a balance of work or however it may look for y'all, if you happy doing that shit and she happy, whatever. I want to call Cap on Cardi. That's what I want to do.
Wow.
I want to call Cap on Cardi
Okay.
because you're saying this now because you got money, Cardi. Before you had money, I don't think you would have these same sentiments.
Wow.
You don't think so?
Fuck no. Fuck no. The earlier Cardi would not be saying that. She would be saying, gimme, 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 nigga.
That's the thing. But I actually
Maybe.
would. If I made the majority of the money, I don't have a problem with taking care of the financial responsibilities because I got to do that regardless if I'm with her or not. When we talk about equality, right? Is anything ever equal? No.
Hell to the
you know, you know,
nizzle.
we love to say we hope we're in a balanced situation, we're in a balanced relationship, we're balanced all together. That's always great to say, but there's always something that is going to tip the scales in some facet. Might be a 60-40 situation. It might be even an 80-20 situation or a 90-10. Somewhere, some way, somebody is going to be doing a little bit more than the other, right? But you put that together in most instances is where I'm falling short, you make up. Where I make up, where I'm making up, and you fall short, then it's a situation like that, and that's where balance comes in, right? That's where, all right, I understand what my role is. I understand I got to do this and I got to do that for the well-being of us, just to make it day to day. Then on the other hand, you could be doing a lot of other things that I might not be doing or capable of doing at that time. Doesn't
Right,
mean I'm not going to be able to be doing it at some point, but
right.
you're holding that aspect down. That's what 50-50 looks like for me, and could be for a number of different things. It also always have to be financial, but it has to be where you recognize your partner's downfall,
Right.
and you're plugging yourself in there and making it work to where, on the flip side, if they're doing the same thing for you, now you got to be like, okay, I see the dynamics of how this relationship and partnership works. The greatness of a team, you got your great players, but then you still need your role players, and you still need your up the bench players, and you still need everybody else to formulate that team so y'all got that common goal of winning that championship. And I don't think that that's what happens. That's what the downfall of this whole situation is when it comes to relationship. People don't look at it from a standpoint of, damn, I got to do what I got to do to my role, and my role is this at the moment. It could change weekly, it could change daily, it could change yearly. But if that's going to be the betterment of my situation and make my situation work and go and flourish and be great, then do it.
But I'm
Then do
glad
it.
that you said roles and role players and things of that nature because these things are fluid. So
Absolutely.
yeah, it's going to move around. The longer the relationship or X, Y, and Z, these things are going to circulate. So it could work out as long as you have the proper conversations, proper communication, and y'all both are on the same page. However you make it work, man.
I think I just think
Love wins. I
it,
would
Right.
tell you, love wins.
love
Yeah,
wins.
love wins.
So we get so caught up in this ideology and this selfishness in our mind that we're not getting what we need. But in the grand scheme of things, if we fall back a little bit and take it for what it's worth and say, I'm a partner just like they're my partner, then you
Right.
recognize where you're needed and you plug yourself into that and vice versa. And when the opportunity presents itself for it to be, well, now we're 50-50 partners. Now we're even more winning. But
Mhm.
we go into this thing thinking, I ain't doing it, this ain't going my way, whatever. When in the grand scheme of it, it kind of is going your way. You just got to step back and take your emotions out of it and look at it from a logical standpoint and be like, damn, okay, I'm
All right,
needed here. I need them here, and now he or she needs me here, and now you start to see the wheel start to turning in both favors.
all right. No, so let's play it like this. Let's say you just meet somebody,
Yeah.
and she tells you from the gate, I ain't doing no 50-50, and if you want to be with me, you better pay for everything, and that's
I'm
just
not.
what it. And I'm gonna do whatever fuck I want to do.
See, look, this is the thing, right? I'm used to paying for everything because I'm a man at the end of the day, right? I have no problem with doing it, but in order for us to win, and what people don't realize is you win when you get your way. So your way could be comfortability. Let's say you want to be laid up and you want to be comfortable. It takes a little bit of comfort. It takes a little bit of adjustment to make yourself comfortable because the other person might be like, "Yo, I just need you to relax and chill and just don't be so emotional. Don't be so quick on the draw. Just relax. I got us." And you two in a hurry to relax. And sometimes we hurt ourselves. Look, we could sit here and it could sound so good. The words that can come out of my mouth could be so good, and you might say, "No, are you practicing what you preach?" I want to. I got flaws, and I sit here flawed up, right? But when I
Right.
think about the things, I think about it from a grand scheme of like, yo, this shit could work if we just do this. We don't
Right.
gotta be at war. We can stop the war and just be like on the same page. It's like, yo, we sit down, we instead of arguing, we kind of conversation like adults and be like, yo, this is what I need for you. All right. This is what I need from you. All right. And when that moment, when we get that, now we can work on something else instead of having all these elaborate big ass dreams and start building each room at a time, building each section at a time, and then you can start to work up. And now you can start to build. And now when you stand back, you got a grand, safe structure, right? That's what I strive to have. That right. I've been through too much. I've seen too much. I've had wins. I had plenty losses. I'm tired of losing. So if we try to lose, then let's find a way to fucking win. And it
Right.
only and you had these type of epiphanies. You had this type of talk when you want to just win. When you tired of taking losses and you tired of the bullshit, and you just like, you know what? It could work. Slow down and let it work. So let's let
So,
love win.
Go ahead.
so let me ask y'all a question. Both of y'all, as the gentlemen, um, what would what would you rather the dynamic be? Would you rather it be 50-50? Would you rather lead with 100% all of the time? What would your ideal dynamic be?
It's never 50-50. It's never 100%, right?
But what if
Because
it was? Well, or what if it could be? Would
I'm
you
that's
rather
choosing.
not
that?
reality. That's
I'm
not reality.
choosing.
Take
Hold
that.
on. Hold on.
Take
Now
that. Uh-huh.
I'm choosing 50-50 because it is like that control shit starts coming into play, and those mind games and that taking away your independence and all of that shit. I don't got time for that shit, man.
Mhm.
Yo,
Just be a full partner. Just be a
I
full
realize
partner.
I realize that number scale is bullshit. Just look
Mhm.
at it from an optical standpoint. We work. We all got a job, right?
Mhm.
And we are part of a team. In order for this company to thrive, my work is needed,
No
or even
freezer.
people, or even two people that work with us, roles is needed, right? I might be I'm a top performer at my job. But in order for us to win, my top performer versus somebody else's underachieving is still necessary and still needed. So if I gotta be what I gotta be, I understand that because I'm always going to be that to myself, right? So I look at it like this: if I'm always going to be that to myself, I don't have a problem with doing this shit. All I need for you is let's get on the page of we understand each other. It ain't always going to be pretty. The shit ain't always going to be easy, and the shit ain't always going to be right. But let's goddamn figure it out.
Say goddamn.
Look at Ray J. The man. Look, at some point we clowned Ray J. We said Ray J a clown. Ray J got this going on. Ray J this,
I
and his
ain't
wife
going on Ray J. That's my
divorced
brother.
him 75 times. But the man is winning some way somehow. Like if you just step back out of your emotions, you can see that a team, a partnership is built on people doing extra. You got to do the extra to win. You got to do the extra. Look at all the greats. They did the extra work to win. T's favorite basketball player, Kobe Bryant, was in the gym at 1 o'clock in the morning after his game shooting 1,000 jump shots. So the next game, he could be great. My favorite player, Michael Jordan, he was so competitive. He drove himself to be the greatest player of all time. Why? Because he wanted to win. So when we take on that mindset, let's fucking win. You're going to lose some shit, but let's win. That's why I want love to win tonight, man.
love, Nell said
Love
love
is gonna
wins
win
tonight,
tonight. It's
everybody.
gonna win tonight.
Love wins
Ooh, ain't
until
y'all
we
tired of arguing?
get into our deep topic in the next portion of the show. Love wins until then, because some shit was said over there. Some shit was said over there. Well, does anybody have any last questions or comments before we wrap this up, man? Nell took up all the time. I can't get into my spill. I'll save it for the next time.
I couldn't let the shit starter come out tonight. God told me to jump in.
I wasn't even starting no shit. I was chilling, minding my business.
God said, no, keep talking. He's about to go on his rant.
What's the word?
Listen, I don't know. I'm 100%er over here. I don't know. No, I'm just joking, but that's how I would like it to be. 100%.
Stop playing with the people. You're a benefit of the dollar just like I am.
I am. No, I mean 100%er, like not 50-50. Like I be liking to do my own thing. You can't tell me nothing. I do, and that's what I'm saying. It's not that I wouldn't appreciate it, and I do appreciate it, but I feel so in an uncomfortable space with that.
But I think we get so enamored with that 50-50, 100 thing. Like it's solely based on finances. It's not. That's the minutest thing
true.
Of the 50-50, 100%. That 100%, 50-50 means we are all in together.
But no, a lot of times that be my whole point is that the values, people don't know the values of other things besides money.
Yeah. Right. Or they don't understand the value of your presence in somebody's life and what you bring to help them get ahead in life too. Like people mitigate that. And Ish, I got a problem with you.
Why?
I got a problem with Ish.
What I do?
I'm bringing shit tonight. You know what
I do?
I love you like.
Look, I'm like, what I do?
I love you like a big sister. You already know how we rock and roll.
Yes,
but told them, just because a person do something for you, don't take that as that shit don't mean nothing. It do mean something.
You said that?
No. I of course. Listen. I said this. I said it's amazing. It is. I don't take away from it. Not 120%. I know my brother right there. He does 100%. He does. If he's with someone that can do, he's going to do 50%. I don't take away from a man that can give, a man that provides, a man that stands full frontal. For me, it's different. I was raised different. Like, you know what I mean? My mama always raised me to be able to take care of myself and to be self-sufficient all of the time, even with a person that is able to give 50%. So I don't take, please, if anybody misunderstood what I was trying to say, and I think my mom had been in several positions where, she felt controlled. She felt that type of way. So she taught me different. I don't take away from it. I don't slight it in the very least. A man can absolutely and positively lead. Absolutely. If that's what, someone feels comfortable in,
We
if that's
gotta
what they
go,
feel
people.
comfortable in.
We gotta go. We gotta
Don't
go,
be
people.
mad at me now.
We
Cut
gotta
it
Now,
go,
out.
people. The
okay,
video is coming on. Everybody meet us in the chat. Make sure y'all head on over to the other
Mhm.
link and meet us in the chat. It's going down over there, people. We up out of here. This 172 Entertainment Quick Spin. We'll see y'all in the chat, people. Deuces.
Deuces.